GMA medical mystery. Thousands of Americans come down with Lyme disease every year. If left untreated, the infection can spread to your nervous system and even your heart.
Hello, my name is Teresa Jones. I'm the group support leader for the Greater Austin Lyme Council. Today I'm coming to you to ask you, pleading to you to listen to each one of the stories on this video. Each one of these stories are from people who live here in Austin, Texas. Austin, Bastrop, Cedar Park, Leander, Georgetown. People in Williamson, Travis County. And we're coming to you asking for help. We're asking for help because they've been bit by a tick, a little tick here in the state. Or they could have been bitten by a tick outside of the state, but they live here in Texas now. And the reason I'm coming to you for help is that we can't seem to get doctors on board to help treat us. I don't have Lyme disease. I'm a mama. I'm a mama of a son who was bit by a tick back in 1988, unbeknown to me. He went on a camp out with a bunch of other little kids. He came back and I did a tick check. I didn't see a tick, but several days later I saw a rash. It was a rash on his behind. I don't understand why it took so long to diagnose it, but in 1989, he was diagnosed with Lyme disease. It was over a year that he dealt with that. They finally put him on 2 weeks of antibiotics. We were kind of excited because we were told that there was that possibility that he would, when he grew up, he would have arthritis and other symptoms, but at that point, he was cured. We took that and we didn't question. We didn't question the doctors. But my son was diagnosed later with bipolar. He was diagnosed with arthritic problems. He was diagnosed with ADHD. He was diagnosed with just not being able to complete the work that he was in school. There were times to where he was having so much difficulty in school that the school he was going to didn't want him to go there anymore. But we couldn't understand it, and doctors still insisted it was not the Lyme disease that was causing it. Years went by. My son suffered. And unbeknown to us, again, Lyme disease we kept bringing it up, but doctors kept refusing that it was even having anything to do with what our son was going through. 5 years ago, something happened to my son, and a great stress factor came to play. He became very ill, and only through a visit to Seton Northwest Hospital here in Austin did one of the emergency room doctors tell us that our son was dealing with chronic Lyme disease. He had no idea my son was diagnosed with Lyme disease back in 1989. At that time, I told him that my son had Lyme disease. And you know, I could not get one person, one doctor, to even think about talking to us about Lyme. So I decided as a mom to find out what we could do. I talked to my husband and to my son and told them that there was a possibility that I could start a support group here and find out how many more people were affected like this. Sirs, madams, anyone who's listening to this video, there are hundreds of people in this area that's got Lyme disease that have to go out of state. And I beg you and I plead you that you listen to each one of these stories. My son is going to be one of these stories. He's still sick and still cannot get help. He had a positive Lyme test just recently. And you know, it's a shame because it's almost destroyed our family financially. Not only our family, but other families as well. We need your help. If the governor of Texas, Rick Perry, will win of the mayor of Austin, the mayor of Cedar Park proclaims in proclamations that Lyme disease does exist, we need you as our legislators, our congressmen, our senators to jump on board and help us. I guess talk to the Texas Medical Board to do education on doctors. Whatever it takes to get new legislation on treatment. I appreciate it. I appreciate your time. And be sure and listen to each one of these messages. Thank you.